So this is like a very special, intimate edition of Creating Impact. You know, minimal production today because I've just been feeling very vibey. So I'm on my couch, I'm hanging out, my coffee is over there. I should have brought it over here with me. But yeah, I just didn't feel like putting on too much of a production. I just wanted to hang out. I wanted to hang out with you guys and just like vibe and talk about something that's been on my mind, and I'm wondering how you guys feel about it. With that being said, first and foremost, Creating Impact just as a whole is about self-discovery. And obviously we do that consciously or unconsciously every single day, learning about ourselves. I was literally just telling my cousin that, like, it's funny when you have a goal and in the midst of your goal, you start learning more about yourself. And as you learn about yourself, it's difficult sometimes to complete a goal because you're learning about yourself in the midst of the goal. I know that sounds weird, but seriously, like, you're learning about your threshold, you're learning about your capacity, mental capacity, physical capacity to do certain things when you have a goal. I think that's just the most ironic thing, and it's a part of self-discovery, obviously, something that I'm learning myself. But that's not what I came on here to talk about, but that's something that I was thinking about. For those of you guys out there who don't know Gary Vaynerchuk, I want to talk about one of his quotes. But Gary V is a marketing professional. I think his clients are like Chase Bank and Pepsi, so he's like up there in the ranks. But he's almost like an influencer now, and he's kind of explicit. I mean, pretty darn explicit. But he talks a lot about like having crazy happiness and working your butt off at the same time and getting your sleep, and he's just like an interesting guy to follow. So one of the quotes that he says, and I'm not going to say the bad word in it because I don't want YouTube to mark me down. His quotes, one of the quotes that I like that he said was, "Don't stop until you're insanely freaking proud of yourself." And I saw this and it really shifted my perspective on, first of all, my daily task lists and how I felt at the end of my days. So this was probably like a month ago that I saw this quote. And before I saw this, I was kind of, and tell me if you guys experienced this too, like I was kind of in this state of like doing the work that I know needs to get done. And then I would be fulfilled in a way of just getting the work done. Like, okay, I have my task list and I'm getting the things done, and that feels cool. But there wasn't a true like self-fulfilling like energy behind it. And I saw this quote and I just felt those gaps, like the gap of because at the time I was just kind of like, okay, I'm doing the work and I'm getting it done, but that's just it. You know, there wasn't a lot of like self-fulfillment in it. And when I read the quote, I was like, oh, maybe that's what I'm missing. Like, I might be missing this piece of self-fulfillment where I'm not just getting the work done and feeling good because I got the work done, but also like being self-fulfilled in the work that I'm doing and maybe how I'm doing it. And I think the how I was doing my work wasn't as self-fulfilling as I thought that it was until I really saw this. Also, just in my daily like researching and reading, I was learning too that I wasn't as self-fulfilled as I thought that I was, you know. And reading this quote of like, keep doing something until you're proud of yourself, reminded me of being vindicated and not being vindicated by other things. And it reminded me to bring in that focus again. And I'm so happy that I saw it. And now it has me thinking differently as far as how I pursue some of the things that I'm doing right now. So like, I am looking to invest more, right? That's such a mature thing. Oh, investing. But like, I see a lot of the benefits right now. And instead of me putting all this pressure on myself to understand it and learn it and put my money into it, I started thinking about, okay, if I want to pursue this, what's going to make me proud? Well, number one, not putting pressure on myself to perform very, very well, but maybe doing my research justice is what's going to make me proud first. And like, that's what I was thinking about. And I'm like, okay, if I take few hours a week to do this, like, will that make me feel more proud about what I'm doing financially moving forward? And so I tested it, and it has been making me feel really proud of myself to be doing this, even though I don't have the largest investment account. I don't have the platforms opened yet, but I'm learning about investment options. I'm learning about stocks. I'm learning about index funds. Like, I'm learning about dividends. Like, I'm learning in a very slow pace, and that feels a lot better than me just doing it because I'm supposed to. And I don't know if you guys know about Brene Brown, but she's an author and like a leadership, builder. And she talks about, how our shoulds can really be poisonous for us. And we have to be very careful on how we do that and how we treat ourselves in that way. And cultivating more self-patience is the ideal thing to do. And I really love that. I really love the idea of self-patience. So, yeah, with that being said, I love that there's more validation that I can seek for myself than seeking on the outside. And being reminded of that is just so helpful. And I'm so happy Gary Vee wrote this. And at the end of my day, I not only want to feel good, but I want to feel proud. Like, I want the good to be like proud. Like, I know for sure I tried my best. I don't have everything that I need, but at least I tried my best, and I did things that made me feel good, and I am proud of that. And so it's a bit of a shift for me, and it's been helpful to have that perspective in doing the work that I do and existing, period, like walking, and it makes me feel proud when I walk and enjoy nature, things like that. Let me know, you guys, in the comments below what you guys think about this topic of like doing the thing that's going to make you proud, versus, doing the thing that maybe validates you by other people's standards or by like your industry or your peers or your job or whatever. I just kind of want to know what you guys think about this topic. Leave your comments below. Thank you for hanging out with me and my couch. Definitely do not forget to subscribe. Share this with someone who may relate to the topic. And I will see you guys later. Peace.